What is up, my friends? This is Dad's Commentary coming at you with a brand new video today. So we have a Dad's Commentary Reacts video. Today's video is going to be a DoorDash driver who is upset about their tip and they are confronting their customer. If you guys do like these kind of reaction videos, let me know with a like and a sub. I'd appreciate it, and a comment below so I know if you like them or not. Also, if you ever want to chat with me or just play video games with me, you can follow my Twitch over at Dad's Commentary. And if you want to watch the original video where this came from, I will include a link in the description. Show them some love so they know that what they're putting on the internet is rightfully deserved. All right, guys, so let's watch this video and react to it as it goes. All right, so basically what we have right now is this person's delivered the food or delivering it, and there's a Ring doorbell. So if you're not familiar with a Ring doorbell, it's a security system you can put on your house, and when somebody rings it, the person on either a cell phone or I think maybe a computer, I use mine on a cell phone for instance, I can see who's on the other end and talk to them. So that's what's going on right now. So this delivery driver can't see them, but they can see the delivery driver. So let's continue.
Speak to you, actually.
I'm sorry?
I need to speak to you. I don't think you realize where they're coming from, so I need to speak to you.
Where what's coming from?
Where the food you ordered is coming from. I don't think you realize the distance that it comes from, because then you would never actually have given what you gave. So, I think you can come and see face to face.
All right, so this person right here is being confrontational, I guess. So normally when you'd order like a DoorDash or a Grubhub or a Shipt, you would just expect somebody to come to your house, leave your food or your groceries or whatever you bought, then they'd leave and you would give them a tip. So it depends on, I guess, what you do for tips. In where I'm from, we usually like tips to be, I'm not a great tipper, but we usually like tips to be at least 15 to 20%. I don't know the value of the food or the distance, so sometimes you keep that into consideration. But right now, this person's clearly upset about the size of the tip they got. I don't know if that's a good thing to do. I don't know if I would. Sometimes I feel like if I'm at a restaurant and my service isn't the greatest, do I still give that 15%? That's where I get lost. Or do I always give the minimum 15 and then if it's good I go to 20 and plus and plus and plus? Because the hard thing is, maybe a lot of people don't know this, at least with like Shipt, the driver's main money is through tips. Now Shipt does pay a delivery fee. I don't know about DoorDash or Grubhub or anything like that, but I know like Shipt would pay a delivery fee, and then any tip on top of that would go to the driver. And the delivery fee isn't huge, so you got to remember that as you're tipping. But let's continue to watch.
Because I drove 40 minutes. And it was extremely far, and I got it to you early. So I don't think you realize where you ordered from.
I don't understand.
Well, I think
from where?
From the restaurant that you ordered from.
Okay, so I don't know what kind of DoorDash would be 40 minutes away. So I'm not sure if she's taking into consideration 40 minutes each direction. So is it going to be 80 minutes in total, or is it 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back? So that's what we need to figure out, because that's going to play a big factor in this. Let's continue.
Do you realize how far it is? Do you realize you ordered from Colmac and you're in Smithtown?
That's a 15, 20-minute drive.
It's not. You need to try to drive it. I just drove it. It's 40 minutes. It's 12 and a half miles.
All right, so 12 and a half miles. We don't know what kind of traffic it is or anything like that, but let's think of this. 12 and a half miles one way would, if I'm doing 60 miles an hour, that's probably speeding. So 12 and a half miles, I would imagine I could probably go 12 and a half miles in about 15 minutes. Not 40. I don't know the traffic, stuff like that. But that isn't the person who's receiving it. The traffic doesn't have anything to do with me. When I order an order, depending on what it is, I don't think, how's the traffic today? I just think, bring my food and we'll tip accordingly.
So I don't think you realize how far it is.
So
I
when
think
do you have to pick up if you think it's that far?
they don't let us know how far, so I think you need to adjust your tip.
So this can be true. I know when I did Shipt, and it could be different now because I don't really do it now, but when I did it, when you took an order, you didn't know how far it was, and sometimes you would get an order and you'd be like, dang, that's way out there, and it just stunk because you knew if you were going to do a long trip that if they didn't have a big order, you probably weren't going to make a lot for that one. Let's continue.
To make it right.
How much is the tip?
You gave an $8 tip.
What the hell are you looking for?
That's funny right there, because what if his food was $6? Like, what is, say his food was $6, right? Let's say it was 10. Let's say it was $10 food. Say I bought a meal for $10. What is 15% of that? How would I figure that out? Let me go to that would be $1.50, right? Wouldn't that be $1.50? I do have a tip calculator just to help me out here. I'm gonna put it in. So I'm gonna say if my bill is $10, that would be $1.50 tip. All right, that would be 15%. I don't know. Let's say it was 100. Let's say, well, no. Let's not even say it's 100 because most people aren't gonna get a $100 meal. Let's say it was $35. That would be a $5.25 tip at 15%. 20% would be $7 right there. So if his meal was $35, so now we're looking at, let's say $50. $50 would be, if he bought a $50 lunch, that would still only be $7.50 at 15%. So I don't know what the etiquette is for a delivery service, because not only your 15%, but there's a delivery fee that I believe, and I could be wrong, that the drivers get on top of that. No matter how far it is, if you think about it, 12 and a half miles, say it took me 30 minutes. Say it took me 30 minutes to go 12 and a half miles. Then I got to drive 30 minutes back. That's an hour of my time to deliver the food. Let's continue.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the food back. I'm gonna bring the food back. Okay.
She just took the food back, and that's not even that big thing of food. It's not even that huge. Look at the bag of food she has. Look at it. That is not $50 worth of food right there. I'm telling you, right there. I can fit that in a lunch pail this big. She took the food back. No way. She's leaving. $8. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that in my life. This is the first time I've seen something like that. I can't. So, what do you do? I have a question here. What do you do when you deliver food that's a mile away and they tip $10 and it takes you 2 minutes to deliver? Do you go, that's too much money? Do you give it back? Holy smokes, I don't know. You got to take the good with the bad when you do these kind of businesses. Sometimes you lose a little on one order, but you make a little on the next. I know people are going through rough times, and don't get me wrong, tip your delivery drivers, guys. Do it. Tip them. They deserve it. They really do deserve it, because people are bringing you food, but don't be ungrateful. Don't be ungrateful with your tip, because sometimes you get more. You should be. Sometimes when you deliver close, you get somebody that gives more, and sometimes when you're farther away, so it works itself out in the wash. But let's say you did get $8 and it took you 30 minutes to get there, right? That's $8 for 1 hour plus your delivery fee. Say your delivery fee is $2. That's $10 an hour. I'm not saying that's the greatest money in the whole wide world, but you're delivering at DoorDash. You're making your own hours. You're flexible. You're doing what you want. You take the good with the bad. I don't know how far along in DoorDash. I don't know if DoorDash allows you to do 2 orders. Could I do them and the neighbor and then say it kind of works itself out, or is it like one order then another order? I know with some companies you get you could do 2 orders at one time, and that could get a little confusing, and you can make more money. But you have to take the good with the bad. You can't come after every customer that isn't to your satisfaction, because then it'd be like attacking every. I think an $8 tip is a good tip for. I mean, oh man, I don't. It goes back and forth. You could go either way on this. I don't know. I mean, I always want to tip good, guys. I do. I'm not the greatest tipper, but I have that 15% rule. So if my lunch was $50, that would be a $7.50 tip. Plus, they'd get a delivery fee on top of that. So you pay for that delivery fee. Man, I don't know how this works out, but I do think this person's a little ungrateful here with the tip they were given. Maybe they've been to other houses where they gave them more. I mean, I like I said, take the good with the bad. This is no offense to anybody watching this video, but just in life in general, you might win some, you might lose some. So say one house, you get a $20 tip that's 2 miles away, and the next house, you get an $8 tip. Everyone's not going to be the highest amount. Not everybody's in a different situation in their life. So, oh, man, and I would recommend, if you're DoorDash, try to do it within your same city. Don't pick one up from 40 miles away. 12 and a half miles to me doesn't seem too excessive. It seems like it's right within that wheelhouse. So that's my thought on it. If you guys did like this video, please leave a like and a sub on it so I know. Also, let me know in the comments what you think. This is Dad's Commentary. Hope you guys have an awesome day. See you on the next one.